So it's undeniable that Halo has always been a staple for me. I grew up playing Reach at a friend's house until I finally got an Xbox that came with Halo 5 and Master Chief Collection. Weirdly, I ended up playing Halo 5 before I played Master Chief Collection, and I am still of the opinion that Halo 5 is not a bad game. The campaign is bad for sure, but the game itself, especially the multiplayer and the Forge, is pretty good actually. I mean, at least you could say it has infection. But this video ain't about Halo 5. We're gonna go back to where it all began. Not canonically, we're not starting with Reach. Sorry, we'll get to you eventually. We're talking about Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition. This game has been out longer than I've been alive, and that's really weird to think. I'll never know what it would be like to see this game firsthand when it came out, but I can still see the impact of this game. Halo CE both spawned a franchise that has lasted over 20 years, for better or worse, and changed FPS games as a whole. Although Halo CE isn't my favorite in the Halo franchise, I feel like it actually sits in the middle of the road for me. I can't deny that it's still very entertaining to play, and the legacy of it is just legendary. We zoom into a ship that shows a captain talking to an AI. We hear that they're being tracked while trying to escape a group known as the Covenant. We don't really know anything about them yet, but we just know that they're not good. We see the Marines preparing for battle on the ship as we get introduced to the best character in all of Halo.
Friggin' tourists!
We then see ourselves, the main character, thawed out of sleep to enter into battle. It's like some cryo chamber thing, I don't really know. And this is where we meet Master Chief, the poster boy of all of Halo.
When you're done shaving, rinse your face with cool water to close up your pores. Then, pat your face dry with a clean towel. You should be left with a smooth, clean shave, just like how we leave an area free of enemy threats. Remember, Spartan, a good shave is all about attention to detail and precision. So take these instructions to heart and make sure your face is always mission ready.
Even if you haven't played a Halo game before, you probably know who Master Chief is. It's the dude from Fortnite. And I feel like this is a good time to talk about Chief's design in this game. I really like this design. Honestly, it's top 5 for Master Chief design, and it's my favorite helmet design, period. And then it's just a bunch of blah blah, learning controls, tutorial stuff, getting shields, murder, more murder, more murder. And then you get to see the elites for the first time. The elites designs have stayed fairly consistent, and I'm very glad they have, because for an alien design, it's perfect. Then you're told to head up to the bridge and talk to Keyes, who's the captain that we saw like 5 minutes ago. And then we meet Cortana, the thing that Windows keeps wanting me to use for some reason. Then a random bonk happens, and ma'am, the fire control in the main cannon is offline. Cortana is tasked to head out with the chief, since Keyes doesn't want Cortana to get into the hands of a Covenant, because that would give information on Earth, and it's safe to say that they don't really want that happening if they're enemies of war.
Don't keep it loaded, son. You'll have to find ammo as you go.
Wait, did Keyes just say he carries a pistol that doesn't have it loaded? What's the point of the pistol then? It's literally just a brick at that point. We battle the Covenant, who we now know are a collective of alien races working together to take down humans, while we try to escape to the ring known as Halo. The assault rifle is very weird in this game. The spread is very crazy, and I can't really pinpoint the amount of damage that every shot does. But I will say the rifle does juxtapose well to the god level pistol that you get in Halo CE, which is one of the best weapons just in all of Halo. You also learn how to use the flashlight, which will be an important tool for that one other time you will use it. And eventually you'll end the first mission by finding the escape pod and just flat out shoving a guy in there. And we escape the ship with our ragtag team of Marines heading towards the ring. I wonder if we're gonna be some type of Suicide Squad or anything. Oh, they're all dead. But in other news, we're on the Halo now. Which is where we'll be spending the rest of this game. walking through a canyon, occasionally getting into little dogfights, and oh my god, let me talk about the soundtrack real quick. Every single Halo soundtrack is a 10 out of 10. Even the soundtracks for the bad ones. Whenever I hear Covenant dance, the song brings tears to my eyes. We help a few outlets of Marines just get to safety, and a Warthog is dropped in. This is the first time we have a vehicle section on Halo, and honestly, Halo has the best vehicle sections in any FPS games, hands down for me. Driving is just fun as hell in this game. And also, this is where I found out that you can actually just change the graphics in the games to the old school ones, which is the best edition and the anniversary edition. Yeah. We saved some more people and some more people and some more people before we just get picked up to go fight some bad guys. This mission is so long. Your mission is to board an enemy ship in an attempt to save Keyes, who was captured, probably because his pistol didn't have any bullets. We get introduced to hunters in this mission, which are just very chonk and act as portable tanks, before we try to infiltrate the ship and just literally just walk around hallways till we reach a couple break areas. Oh, yo, an energy sword. Maybe that could help me. Oh, what's that? Energy swords aren't able to be picked up in this game. That wasn't a feature until Halo 2. Absolute garbage game, -5 out of 10. We saved Keyes, and we learned that Halo is actually a religious site to the Covenant, and is pretty much an even more powerful Death Star. And with a few little bumps on the road, we escape. Then the game just becomes D-Day for a mission. I lost the footage for the Silent Cartographer mission, but you're basically just breaching into the Halo and finding an entrance underground. Honestly, if you want to see this mission, just straight up play it. This is one of the most iconic missions in all of Halo. Ooh, yay, another very long mission. Your goal for this one is to enter the control room of the Halo to find out what it is, pretty much. The mission the mission's really annoying in half of it, but also really fun in the other half of it. In the fun half, you have a tank and you just get to drive around blowing up stuff, and that's very fun. But in the other half, you're just trying to cross these bridges, which are just so annoying, and there's so many enemies, and it's just so open, and you can't really hide, and it's just, you'll get shot so much, and it's so... Ugh. But once we do enter the control room, we upload Cortana to the command panel, where she learns that the ring isn't really a weapon.
This ring isn't a cudgel, you barbarian. It's something else. Something much more important.
Did she just call it a cudgel? Google tells me that's a short, thin stick.
Slow down. You're losing me.
Me too, Chief. Like, who in their right mind uses the word cudgel? Wait, what? Keyes is in trouble yet again? Oh no. Oh yeah. This is my favorite mission in the game right here. River through Guilty Spark starts in a swamp. Oh my god, is it a Shrek fight? No, Connor, you've played this game before. It's not a Shrek fight. We make our way into what seems to be a very quiet Covenant base. There'll be enemies here and there, but there's just a lot of blood on the walls, making it somewhat unnerving. And most of the enemies seem to be running out of the base. And things just seem very fishy. Bucket hat jump scare. Oh no, not Jenkins. Anybody but Jenkins. He had such iconic lines like, "There's too many of them, Sarge." Also, for some reason in the camera footage, Jenkins just walks like an absolute gremlin. He's got that devious waddle. But I mean, say what you want. Jenkins is a damn good cameraman through and through. Oh yeah, the Flood though. This mission is pretty much the introduction to the secondary antagonists of Halo 1 through 3. The Flood is pretty much just space zombies that use parasite forms to take over bodies. Really, that's all we know about the Flood in this game, but they'll be fleshed out more in Halos 2 and 3. This is also the introduction of the shotgun to Halo, which is extremely effective against Flood and is just good in general. Your focus now is just to try and get out of here and reach an evac site. The Flood is honestly terrifying. Half of them will shoot at you, the other half will chase at you, the third half will just be little tiny parasite things, and the fourth half is just walking bombs. And once you reach the evac site, you run into a little peculiar fellow.
Someone has released the Flood.
Yeah, I can tell.
Chief, I've lost your signal. Where'd you go? Chief! Chief!
It's okay, Echo 419. He just wanted a little coffee date with a robot. The most dreaded Halo mission of all time. This mission is a lot. Every single time I've played this mission, I've had a terrible time. Besides this time, actually. I kind of enjoyed playing this mission this time. Now, don't get me wrong, this mission is still incredibly difficult and very drawn out. But I didn't have a bad time playing it for once. Your goal for this one is just to lower a platform so you can grab the key to activate the Halo. But you're going through these constant halls that look the exact same, and I think it's just a ton of reused assets. Which, I mean, hey, fair enough, this is 2001. And you keep slowly raising this elevator floor and floor to try and get this key. It's just so drawn out, and so much. And the only enemy is the Flood in this mission, nobody else. But again, like I said, I actually didn't have a terrible time playing this mission. It was just... So we head back to the control room, and I think Cortana is jealous that we killed zombies with another AI. And big shocker, the robot with Guilty in their name ends up betraying us. We learn that Guilty Spark's mission is to kill all living beings in the galaxy to eradicate the Flood in a whole. This time we're trying to explode the control room that we focused on raiding earlier. And this level is just basically making your way backwards through the base that you were in the breach and control room level. And just focusing on blowing up these spires. Wait, what's that? Oh no, look guys, Keys is in trouble again. What did he do this time? I wonder if he had bullets in his pistol for once. Yeah, Keys is the second to last mission in the entire game, and it's a unique one, I gotta say. It starts off with you in the same Covenant ship. This time it's crashed though, and your focus is to try and get to this certain control room to save Keys. And he's just speaking in your ear this entire time like, hey, turn back. And we're like, no, we're Master Chief. We don't die. So we have to go back through these same hallways that we went through earlier. This time there's just Flood everywhere. And it's just you versus the Covenant versus the Flood. And it's just it's so much chaos. And they're just constantly fighting each other in a three-way battle. Oh, there he is. Are we just gonna save him again? Oh, he looks a little bit rough there. Is he alive still? Oh. Oh. Oh, jeez. Oh my god, why? Oh. I don't know if this is an appropriate time, but I forgot to do this earlier. Okay, let's go blow a ring up. Is the final mission in the game, where you re-enter the Pillar of Autumn to blow it up and in turn blow up the Halo itself. Guys, it's just like the first mission, just much more deadly. The ship is now overrun with floods, sentinels, and the Covenant, so this time it's just a 4-way battle. And you as Master Chief are just a literal one-man army against all of them. And Cortana has a plan to self-destruct the ship, but that gets foiled very easily. I guess Cortana doesn't know who we're up against. So you get ambushed, and you have to go into the engine reactor room and blow up the chasms with a rocket launcher instead of just doing this simple thing. This acts mainly as the quote-unquote final boss fight of the game. Again, it's not really a boss fight since you're just doing a mission, and Halo didn't really have boss fights until Halo 2. But honestly, it still stands up, especially with the next section, because once the destruction code gets initiated, you must escape through literally the skeleton of the ship in a warthog, and it's honestly really fun and a cool closer to the game, because it's just this obstacle arena and you're just in a warthog driving through it. Oh yeah, also Echo 419 died, rest in peace. And the mission ends with you getting in a longsword and escaping the ring while it explodes. The game ends there, with Cortana and Chief just by themselves in the ship, and the last bit of dialogue is honestly a good sign for what's to come.
Halo, it's finished.
No, I think we're just getting started.
So that was Halo CE. I wanted to just jump to Halo 2, but I realized I should probably do Halo CE before I do Halo 2, just so it makes some more sense. And I just decided I'll just do the entire Halo franchise eventually. So what better start with than the first game? Overall, I beat this game in around like 10 hours. I don't know whoever made those par times in the levels, but those are way too low. I don't know anybody who's beaten those levels that fast. Or either I'm just really slow in turn. Halo's been a very weird franchise to keep with. It's been very odd to see what's been happening with the franchise and just what happened with Infinite. I am still of the opinion that Infinite's not a bad game, it's just lacking content. And I think, unfortunately, just how they went around making Infinite and just how they released it and stuff, it kind of killed the momentum that 343 Industries had for the game series. Do I think Halo is a dead franchise now? Probably not. They're probably going to keep making this games and milking this franchise. I mean, they go for any franchise. But yeah, that doesn't stop my enjoyment of any of the earlier Halo games. These games are still great, and Halo CE is kind of just mediocre compared to Halo 2 and 3 and Reach. And I'm just very excited to talk about those next. Also, if I sound sick in this, it's because I did get a little bit sick. But I'm feeling kind of better now. I will keep trying my best to do weekly uploads. There's a lot of games I want to talk about, and I want to start getting into smaller games, or games I'm a bit more passionate about. But yeah, I think that's it. Back to the editing nightmare dungeon.